Welcome to another episode of A Day in the Life of an Outfitter. I'm Wes Atkinson. This hunt takes place in eastern Colorado with Sam Brinkman on a muzzleloader hunt. Let's see what happens.
I've seen this buck in here. He's got a big hook on his left side. I've seen him a couple days and we saw him just now. What time is it? It's probably about 2:30. 3 o'clock. Been sitting on this field all day looking for him. He finally stood up. A muzzleloader hunt. It's October 11, 12.
Welcome to Sandbird Nation. It didn't take us very long to learn that this stalk was gonna hurt. We caught a glimpse of the buck with the hook cheater before we moved in on the stalk, but on our way in, the big typical 4-point stood up and repositioned. So we crept up to the edge of the Sudan grass. When Sam peeked in, we had gotten our depth completely wrong in those rows. We were only 10 yards from that buck.
Did he see him? He's 10 yards away. Oh, right here. He's right. He's 10 yards away. He's right here. He's right here. I can shoot him right here. Let me look at him. He's two or three rows in right here.
We weren't there very long when that buck stood up, and suddenly we realized our hunt was either going to end right here or we were going to have to try to find a bigger buck. We realized that we were witnessing one of the most incredible things that him and I had ever seen in the mule deer world. So I'm just going to turn the music up and let you watch what unfolded as we were trying to decide if we should shoot this buck. just so you know, that elevator is only 8 yards away. And then the unthinkable happened. The buck laid down less than 6 feet away from us. We were hypnotized. Right in front of us is a 187-inch deer. I will say this, I didn't know he was that big at the time. For some reason, that deer is really deceptive. I thought he was a 175-inch buck. Turns out he's 12 inches bigger than that on a 185-inch frame with a 2-inch drop. That's the why right there. That's why we do this. That part in us that's alive, that gets filled up only with that stuff, was full. We were alive and living and in total disbelief.
Try to describe this.
We were so close that when that fly landed on that buck's beam, I tried to film it. One thing that was so amazing was that this buck is 6 feet away and we carried on a conversation the whole time. Finally, a gust of wind came and spooked the buck, and Sam put the bead of his muzzleloader on that buck for one last time and asked, yes or no. Sam couldn't do it. Neither him nor I really understood why, but he lowered his muzzleloader for the last time.
See a leopard charge. I've been charged by an elephant, shot at 14 feet. Be careful, there's still well. But I never did anything like that in my life. That is crazy. That was wild, man. Wow. Now, let's go see if we like the hook cheater buck. We're gonna have to go because he's going right over to it. He never got us. He knew something was up, but he never got us. Wow. Wow. That's the juice right there. I told Wes I needed a rope. We could have roped that deer. I could have jumped forward and landed on his back to
right here, Sam.
I could have jumped on that deer, 100%.
See if I can get a range. We walked to where that buck was laying in his bed. Sam sat down, Kendra filmed, and I wondered, what in the world are we going to do for the next 7 days? We live for moments that we have no words for. And then we get there and we try to say something. How dumb is that? Sam and I weren't going to give up after our incredible experience. We hunted hard for the next 7 days, but that's a story for another day.